Hi, hello everyone. Hi Dave, hi Dream. How you doing today? Hi Waro. Happy to see ya. What you all doing today? How's the week treating ya? Hi buddy. Happy to see you here too. Everyone's coming. This is like a Smash Bros. So yeah, hi Gasly. Happy to see ya.
Got a
Hi
message from
Afi.
our pal Hombre. They say the following. Hi molegato. Let's see mini emailer in this new mini game.
I'm sure with its win rate, it will be a winner in that game too. And good. Applying to Costco. Hope it works out. Dream. Oh wow, that's interesting. Environmental level modeling. That's cool. We'll be doing a little bit of that today too. So, hey, that's fitting. But first, I want to do something very important, and is announcing the winner for the Spoopy Platter Jam. Look at her go. She's just like giving her all. Let me do this real quick. Because you know, life comes at you quickly and you don't ever have time for anything. So I didn't really ready the source for the reveal. Let me see if this works out. Not really. Okay, let me just try something real quick. I'm sorry about this, by the way. I just like rushed to do a few things today before stream. Let me see real quick. There we go, this is what I needed. Alright, sorry about the wait. Hi QC, happy to see ya. So, I'm going to announce who's the winner from this jam. There's like no prize, but maybe I will try and have a little deal with everyone after today. And there we go! Abandonware is the winner here. You did a fantastic work here, I gotta say. QC and Hex was it, right? Like seriously, I am very proud that this just came to be here. Seriously, the vibes, the graphics, the ambience, everything is amazing. Here I really want to see this become a bigger game. Like I hope, and I really hope this is like the seed for a bigger project, because I can see this everywhere, seriously. Like I can see this being super popular. So yeah, congratulations. That said, 50k, I don't have those 50k. I can give you like a hug or something. I can pat your head if that's enough. But jokes aside, seriously, like I really wish you can make this a bigger project, and if I can help in any way, like if you want to ask me anything, or you want to share knowledge, or you want like whatever it is that I can humbly help with, hit me up. You know, I'll be happy to be a small part if that happens. Now, let's get working on the minigame, okay? Alright, so looking at the side, here's Unity, moving things so you can see them. I'm getting Tetherina on top so I can see you all. And there we go. So this is where we left last time. I have done one thing off camera, and that thing is to install Amplify Shader Editor, which is a plugin for Unity that allows you to create shaders with a visual scripting thing, and it's like super powerful because we will be making a few things today with this. And the first thing I will do is here in this shaders folder that I got under script, let's make a shader for the characters. Instead of using a generic shader, we will make a custom one that has an outline, and this will be our base for our characters. Oh, shader graph is, and it was my choice for this long ago, but it only worked with some of their rendering pipelines and not others, and you know, that's a huge headache. By the way, I forgot, we are still in the spooky season. How was this? There we go! I forgot the Madatsuki t-shirt. So yeah, let's create a shader in here. So we go here, amplify, shader, surface, and we'll call this character shader. There we go. And I will put this here so you all can see it. There we go. And so right now we don't have anything. This is like a completely black shader. So we'll change a few things. We want this to be unlit, and cool mode back sounds okay. We want to cast shadows, not to receive them though, because it is an unlit shader anyway. And instead of opaque, it will be cut out. That means we got transparency, but only in a binary sense, like it is completely invisible or completely opaque. Also, I will pause Dropbox on my side. You cannot see that, but I got all of my Unity projects in a Dropbox folder, so I never lose things. But it doesn't like when Dropbox is active, like it sometimes causes bugs, like you can see here. Seriously, like, you don't know how happy it makes me reading that, QC. Like, seriously, like, you got a real gem in the works here. Okay, so we only got opacity and emission in here. So this is all we need. Yeah, Dropbox and Unity find each other, as you said. So I usually just pause Dropbox whenever working on Unity, and unpause it when I'm done, and it just uploads everything. Alright, so we want a texture here. I think it was texture sample. And this will be the main texture for the characters. There we go. So we pass this in here, and usually you will just pass the alpha to the opacity. And this should work as a very basic material. Well, it's not in here, maybe it's opacity mask. There we go. So now, see, we got like a very basic material. So we will make here in our materials for the characters. This one is using unlit transparent cutout. We will use the new one, but first let's just name it. Let me see, how do we do that? Shader name, minigames, character shader, or character. There we go. Save it. So now here, if I go, we got minigames, character. And it looks the same, it works just like that. if we go to the scene, we don't see like any difference. But here's when we will start doing cool things. And the first thing we'll do is add an outline. Let me see. How did I do this last time? We enable outline. And vertex offset, yeah. Ow! How come, B? Hi there! Wait. You really did drop a box on me? Alright, so let's just save and see if this works. Because I have like some extra settings that I want to check. Alright, so this is for now not working. Oh yeah, it's because of this, right? No, it is not doing anything. I wonder why. It really should have an outline. And it is showing it in here. Second vertex pass, maybe. Let's see. I kinda remember I had like something for outlines in here. Because I had this node, but I don't know where I had to plug it, to plug this. This should be completely opaque. Alright, this should actually show. Maybe it is because of this, not really. So I wonder why. It is showing it in the preview. Is this not using the right material? It's supposed to be using it. So I don't know, maybe it only shows during gameplay? No, it is not showing them at all. And you can see them in here actually. So we got something. Okay, so maybe we need to change stuff. Okay, let me find something real quick as a reference, because I had to do that for Twinkle too. Let me see, because I actually had to Google this last time too. Okay. Yeah, like I just create the outline node and use it. So I remove this, we don't want this, and create an outline. And just because we have this, we should be able to actually have an outline for the characters already. So let's create a color. And this will be a property, outline color. By default is black, completely opaque, and we will now multiply let me see, how do I get the alpha from both? No, this isn't it. Because I want to use this alpha with this color. Split maybe? There we go, alpha split. this is not what I want. Alpha merge, there we go, this is what I want. We want to use this RGB and this alpha, and this is the color we got. Alright, and now we want the width, which I will make another variable. This will be the width, and this will be outline width. And will be a property which by default is 0.1 or maybe just 1. Let's see how this works. And since we got this outline, we should already be able to have an outline in here. Not showing anything. Huh. Let me check, because I remember we had to pass this somewhere in here, but I don't remember how. There's not it. Oh, it's only compatible with surface type shader. So maybe I need to change. Well, it is a surface even if it's unlit. This doesn't have any outline option in here anyway. Maybe custom lighting. Not really. Let me check real quick. Because this is something I did like not too long ago. Now, I really wish I remembered this, because seriously, I did it like not too long ago. And it wasn't this complicated. You know, I can always close this project and open Twinkle and see what I did there, to be honest. Let's do that. Let's actually do that. Sorry about the wait, and sorry this seems like incredibly boring to see and definitely not a good show on stream, but I thought I had everything in my memory, turns out I don't. Okay, so here is the Twinkle project, and this is a water shader, this is something different. So let's open the Twinkle character, and here it goes to local vertex offset. There's where it goes. Okay, so now we know that. Oh, thank you, Ayasen, I love you so much. So let's go back to the other project. Now armed with the incredible power of short-term memory. Waiting for it to load. Shouldn't be too long. There we go. Alright. So this goes here. And now we do have this, but it's incredibly ugly. So let's fix that. For example, first off, this shouldn't be by default 1, it should be like 0.15. Thank you, Suna. And of course this hasn't changed in here, but there we go. We got an outline. It's incredibly ugly, and that is something we have to fix in the model itself, because this is having like hard edges and we want it to be as smooth as possible. So since we have in unlit models, we can just go here to normals and calculate instead and give it like the maximum angle. There we go. And now since the normals in the characters are super smooth, the outline is smooth too. It also does this weird thing on the feet, and for that we will have to offset the characters a little bit. We can do so in the prefab. Let's see, we open the prefab and we make sure that this goes a little bit down. Something like this maybe. There we go. So now all of these can just go a little bit up. And it looks way better already. The robots can go a little bit up too. Alright, so we got an outline, and I'm thinking I will make it a little bit thinner. There we go. It looks a little bit better. And I wish I could like make it be different depending on the character. I will try something else. Let's see, instead of having this color in here, let's multiply this with the texture color. We got the RGB in here, we got this RGB, and we will make this gray, for example, and it just makes like a darker version, right? So now this is what we will add in here. So now, let's save. And this looks the same because we are using a black color, but if we use dark gray, doesn't look very different. But should be using the character's color. Like, as you can see, it's the same one. Now it's a darker version of it. We can even go and make it a little bit purpley, which is something I do when creating shading in illustration. Oh, the music is not playing. Okay, let me see. There we go. It's just because this got minimized when I was changing projects, and if it's minimized it won't be recorded. Yeah, exactly, Kelsey. When in that purple works. So I can even make this a little bit brighter, I think. There we go, something like this. I think this works. I think this is a nice way to have the characters look unique. And let's try this again, just with random characters. I think this looks nice. Of course there is a problem with transparency, still should be able to fix that. The alpha should be the one from the original texture though. So I don't know what is the problem now. We are getting the original alpha. Oh, it is pulse. Jan can totally win. Or actually she can't, because there is no goal in here. But she will actually win because the robot will pick the other one. Now, I don't think that's the issue because we are getting transparency on everything else. Because if we unplug this and save, as you see, this works. It is the outline that is not being transparent. Let's try this one. Not really. I need to check something here. No fog, doesn't matter. Oh, here we go. This is alpha mode is masked. There we go. Alright. This is what I wanted to. So we don't even need to do this. It is way easier. This is the color. This is the opacity mask. There we go. Now, if we come in here, you can see that the outlines actually respect the normals. It still does something weird sometimes, but we can fix that on each model. We will also come in here and cool mode should be front. Seat right should be on maybe. So it doesn't go on top of the other. Yeah, I think for now this works. This is like, okay. And landing wings, transparency doesn't do anything weird in the hair. So cool. Now, we will make another shader. You thought we were done, we are not actually. We will make a ghost shader. Because we will have one character be a ghost. Instead of having a robot, it will be a random character. That will be a ghostly version of it. And when they kill other characters, they will create more ghosts. So what I will do is duplicate this and call this ghost shader. Alright, and opening this. Maybe closing this before so there we go. Minigames, ghost. Alright. Hi, Eddie Dragon. I will tell him. He is cheatable. Okay, so we will do basically the same thing, except the outline will not use the character color. It will simply be used as is, and by default will be like bright teal, maybe something like this. And also we want to multiply this by a ghost color. So let's create a color. And we want to call this color ghostly color, and by default it will be like teal, I think, something like this. It shouldn't have alpha. Alright. So now we want to multiply these both and still have it be highly visible. So we will probably add it too. Do we have color operations here? I'm wondering. Not really. Image effects, grayscale, luminance, posterize, saturation, simple contrast. We have a few things that we could use in here. But for now, let's multiply. We multiply our normal texture. Hey, we got a minigame running now. Look at this. We got spicy, turning the wheel, and we got a mind race test. So let's see who's participating in here. We got Galactic, we got Boxit, we got Marina, and we got Scarlet Maverick. You know what? I should make it so that whenever a game starts, we get the names from everyone on screen. At least like as an UI thing on the bottom, and maybe have which one is closer to the goal or something. Oh, it seems Box is gonna snatch it. There we go, Box wins. Box is another big winner in here. Like whenever Box is in here, Box wins the match. Alright, no, what were we doing? Yeah, we will use this for now. Let's save and let's make the robot character use it for now. Just so we can preview everything. So we got this material, characters material, and I will duplicate this. Characters, ghosts, and minigame, ghost. And for now everything else is the same. So let's apply it to the ghost. Is this one? Yeah, this one. Okay, so it doesn't look very ghostly, right? Let's do a little bit of a change. First, yeah, I think the outline should be like that. Anyway, we want to add this color to this now. Or maybe we got doing operations. Nah. Okay, whatever. We just add. And we add this color to this one. Such a banger. And this like is too bright. Should probably be toned down a little bit because right now this is glowing like crazy. So let's just add another multiply. And we will multiply this by 0.5. And this is what we will add in here. Huh, not really working. Oh, because it is this one. There we go. 0.5 seems to be too much still. 0.35. And it is still a little bit too bright. See that too, maybe. Yeah, seems to be okay-ish. Wish I could also add like actual emission to this, but we'll see. Next, we want to actually fade the feet of the character. So what I will do is move this over here, this over here, and here we will change it by a few things. And we want to get the world position so that the bottom of the character is fade. Alright. And out of this we only need the eye and we just need to clamp it and add values until it is what we want. Okay, so we clamp the eye position, and the eye position goes from 0 to 1 quite neatly. So we'll just clamp it like this, and then multiply, and we multiply our alpha with this, and this is like a new alpha that we can have, so the bottom of the character is transparent. But this is not enough because we are using a cutout shader. So now I gotta add, how was it called? Let me see. Dither, yeah, that's it. Okay, so we add a dither. And this is what we plug in here. Now we will experiment with the values in here, but I think this is pretty good already. Like, this is already not showing up. This is already going transparent. But we will change a little bit the value because we want it to be like an extra 0.5 units. So we subtract. I think we should be able to just subtract 0.5. And this should already make... Alright. No, the outline is not going to be transparent either, which is something we need to fix. And what we do is using these two here in the opacity mask. Because we want all of the transparency to be like the same thing. There we go. And now we got a ghost character. And the cool thing is, like, if we move this down, it becomes transparent and it becomes visible. This is so cool. Hey buddy! I was told to relay to you a very important message. You are Mr. Jeetable. I am sorry to be the one to tell you. It is the truth. We'll have to live with that. In any case, we got a cool little ghost shader. We want to change the outline color though to be a correct one. Something like this, very bright. But this still doesn't feel very ghostly. We might need to change some basic options in here. Let's see, if we go to custom lighting, we got emission in here. Shouldn't make much of a difference, right? Except it is not transparent now. Let me see. It is transparent cutout. Maybe this needs to go to opacity instead. Yeah, no, it's not doing anything. Let's just go in here. And let's see. We will go back to unlit. We will have to find something else. Because I actually want the emission to go above 1. So let's see if we have some options in here. We don't want ambient light, don't want this, nor this. Nothing in here. So I don't know. I don't know why we cannot go over the things. Now I will try something. If I duplicate and multiply this by itself, it is higher saturation. Don't know how this will look. We can try. Yeah, no, it's not looking the way I want. So maybe we need to use other operations in here. Let's see, we got image effects. Blend operation, desaturate, grayscale, linear to gamma, luminance, posterize. Simple contrast maybe? Okay, so we got this, and the value is 0. We can actually add it. What if we just do this instead? This could work. Let's try this. Let's see how this looks. Not too different, to be honest. Yeah, I don't know why this is like that. Okay, actually I think this is kinda okay. We can work with this. I think this works. Okay, so we got like a cool ghostly shader. At least for now. Alright. Note that down, we will get rid of the robot and just make another character, the fourth one. This one will start as an enemy. There we go. We will move it to the previous position. And here in our controller, we will add the enemy in here. Alright, coding time. Let's go to our code. And let's make sure that we can assign the correct shader. Let's see, opening the code editor. There we go. Make it this nice and big so you can see it. Alright, so now public material, ghost material. Alright. So when we start, we want the characters to not repeat themselves. So we will go in here to the first minigame we made. And no, this is the number race. There we go. Start routine. It's not doing anything because do we have a way to control which characters can be used? Is that what's happening? We got the select model. Oh wait, it's because we had something to that effect. Let me open that scene. Oh no, we don't have anything special. They are just like this, and they just get like that. Strange. I kinda remember there being a method to make them not repeat themselves. Yeah, it does this. Select model. So let's actually come here and check the references for this. Alright, it's used in here in character setter. Alright, so is character setter the one that selects everything? Do we have a character setter yet? There it is. See? This is what we need to add the enemy in here. So now the enemy will be another... Hey, why are you only seeing that? Okay, there we go. Now that we got the enemy in here, it will not repeat itself. Alright, going back to the haunted house, we will now make the first enemy be a ghost. Ah! Alright, for all of the enemies, in case we want to start with several, and we have to get the renderer. We probably don't have it, so we will actually go here and add a way to do that. Hi Tuaban, happy to see ya! Oh, we got a minigame again! Let's see, we got Spicy Banana again, selecting the game. And we got the first game again. This is like a big deja vu. But we got different characters at least. We got Maya, Sandra, we got Maple, and we got Pangoblin. And it seems right off the bat, Maple got out. But it's no Sandra who's taking the lead. Last minute second thoughts, and yeah, not going for the goal anyway. Maybe it is a Pangoblin day. Who knows? Or maybe not. It was Sandra all along. What a twist. The old classic bait and switch. Alright, so we got the mesh renderer. This is what shows the model, actually. What we'll do now is actually store this when we select the character. We will call this renderer. Yeah, exactly. She said psych. She just wanted to prolong the game for a little bit. Okay, so when selecting the character, we come here and if this model models, not models. If it's active, then renderer is equal to component. There we go. So now we get like to a store where the renderer is. This L shouldn't be anywhere, and we just need a method to return this. I think I will add it over here. There we go. Oh, you got an upset tummy. I'm sorry to hear that, Dave. Make sure to drink lots of herbal tea. What is called in English? Chamomile. We use chamomile for that. It helps a great deal. Wish I could give you some. Alright, so now that we got these, we go back to our haunted house and we just get render. We get it, and if it's not null, we always should make this compromission just in case. We assign the ghost material. There we go. So now we should have this one be a ghost while everyone else retains their normal material. And it's not working because we didn't assign the material, but it's working. We just forgot to actually assign the value in here. There we go. Alright, now it should work. And there we go. We got one ghost and everyone else is their normal model. I'm thinking I will add a little bit more to the transparency so they actually like have a little bit more of it. Like instead of adding 0.5, let's see what happens if we add a whole unit. And let's see how this works. Yeah. So now Jam has like a completely transparent lower body. And I think this works. I think that's cool. So now what we want to do next is to actually turn the eliminated characters into ghosts. So let's go in here, and here's where we attack. The raccoon chased by this embodied snake head. Exactly. So what we'll do, instead of setting it to active, we will go to enemies, add, and we add this one. So it becomes an enemy. And also let me see, this one, which is the navigator that we are using. We deactivate this so it doesn't move anymore. Alright, we do this. Then we don't deactivate them, we don't need to do that. And then we remove from the characters. Alright. But also we want to actually set the material. So let's go back to the start. And what we did in here, we will do it again. There we go, so we get the renderer, set the material. Alright, so now, whenever we get someone to die, or to be spooked, be scared, like they will turn into a ghost. And look at that, look at Aggie being a ghost, it's so cute. And you see, like they are turning all into ghosts and running into each other. Which is a little bit weird. Makes the game pretty easy, but we will make it a little bit more interesting by changing how the ghosts move. Alright, so now let's go back to the movement, and we will use the properties to start the current speed. Let's see. We got the target right. It's the target forward. So now we will set speed. And see, set float variable, x speed, and this will be the current value of this variable. But we will add target forward.x, and we will multiply this by time.delta time. Alright. And this should like make an acceleration. We will do the same with the Z axis. There we go. And now we will make a movement speed based on that. And this is X speed 0, and we get the other variable. Alright, and this is our movement vector. Oh, we got a persona, and it is
Yo molegato, drink some water.
Oh, you better drink some water. Man, I really want to add Tusmania to a game. I really want to make a game about her, just suplexing every single enemy. Alright, so now we got this vector in here, and instead of moving the forward by the movement speed, I will copy this line and comment it, because we will have to modify this formula to account for the movement speed and so on. But for now, it is just the move vector by delta time. And now, if we try this, they all should be like skidding like crazy, drifting. There we go. And you see, they are not just moving, they are just drifting like crazy. And this makes for a more interesting movement. Now what I will do next is make sure that this move vector doesn't go past the movement speed. Let's see, how do I do this? If the magnitude is higher than enemy move speed, then the vector is equal to there with this. And then we will set the values again, just so they are properly set to the actual values. There we go. Hi Nadio! Welcome in here, hope you have fun. We are coding some weird movement for our ghost in this haunted house minigame. Now also we will make it so that we are multiplying this by the enemy acceleration. There we go. So now, let's see if the enemy acceleration does have any value. It should be actually like 1.5 or something like this. Alright. Checking the scripts, everything compiling. We will change the acceleration to 1.5 in here too. And let's see how this works. Ready, set, and go. And they are like accelerating like crazy towards each other, so maybe the acceleration shouldn't be higher than 1 and it should actually be lower. Let's try 0.5. And let's try again. Ready, set, and go. And it is happening so quickly. Hey, look at her dance. Okay, we want this to actually be a little bit more challenging to the ghost because they are just like homing into each other. So maybe after they hit anyone, they should go back to 0. Ow! Who buffed me? Okay, I'm thinking we will make the enemies have a custom movement speed and it slowly crawls up to 3, and whenever they hit anyone they just bounce off and slowly move their speed up again. So I'm thinking the acceleration seems to be okay. so let me check. Okay, we are making all of the enemies incredibly fast all of the time, because this is how it worked before. So we need to use a different variable here. Or actually for now, let's get rid of this. And now, what I will do is that whenever we attack someone, bounce off. Alright, so set float variable, and it is x speed and we'll just like make it negative. I think that should be enough. And we do the same with the C speed. There we go. Alright, let's try it now and see if this works. Hey, who made me tiny? And we are seeing the ghost trying to catch up. And now it bounces off, and they can still gang into each other. So I don't know how to make this a little bit more interesting. New molegato fits in Wise pocket. You know what? That checks. I'm a small guy after all. So maybe the ghost should like need to respawn after a while. Or something.
I've got a good joke for you. I'm such a good navigator. A self-driving car once asked me for directions.
I don't even know how to respond to that, Jam. You know what? We can work on this later. For now, we got the basics. Let's just work on presentation for now. Let's make a cool haunted house. Alright, so for that I will duplicate the treasure miner model. Not this one, the Blender file. I'll just call it haunted house. Hey, why am I still small? Am I going to be small permanently? Alright, so let's open this. And it is kind of stuck. Yeah, it is clear. Yeah, right. There we go, it loaded after all. Let's celebrate with some water. Alright, so I'm thinking I will make a slightly bigger map than this one, but also a little bit more squarey. So let's start with a cube. Hey, why are you making me small all the time? Am I not allowed to be of normal size? Forever ostracized from the tall society. So I'm now going. Oh, what is that? Ow! Well, we got a clip. I will check that after today's stream. Alright, let's see. How's this for size? Should be still a little bit bigger. Probably even yet another one. I think this works. Alright. So we make this even bigger. We make it symmetrical. And this is a good size for a map, I think. So let's just like make a few walls. First I want the exterior walls. We'll make them like 1 block tall, no more, we don't need more. And now let's just pick a few edges and just make like some passages. Like maybe we got a room in here. You know what? I will even do some cheeky stuff. Like I want this tier 2 to be a room, or tier 3 to be a room, and tier 3 too, but tier 3 I am going to duplicate them, hide them, remove, and this I will set like this. Something like that. And you know what? I will move things over here and over here, and I will just get rid of all of this. We will use the mirror modifier. That's the way we roll. You know what? Screw this. I think we do this and move this over here. We got an interesting shape. And let's add a mirror modifier. Alright, so now we got like a whole map in here. And now let's do something. We will get yet another model. We will duplicate this one. And separate selection. We got rid of the mirroring here. And let's draw some walls. Like maybe it goes over here and over here, and this makes a passageway. And this makes yet another room. Here's another wall. And maybe this goes in a circle. And here we got like a smaller room. So we can enter through here. or through here. Maybe we got this, so we can enter through these 3 ways. There is like a wall over here. We close this over here too. And what else could be interesting? Like maybe here we do something similar. And you'll see how we make this real quick. Like maybe there is a wall here. Like this. And maybe we can enter through this here too. Okay, so we got like a cool maze. What we'll do now is extrude up 1, and we got all of those walls. And if we now add let's see, solidify, there we go, a solidify one, and we make this like this. Let me see. It is doing some weird things because sometimes it gets in a T. We can activate this, but still not perfect. So what we'll do is get all of the problematic faces and duplicate them, hide, and remove the original. And then we need to get the normals ready. There we go. And now we got walls. I'm thinking I will go here, get all of these, and separate it to add the same modifier we got in here. Copy to selected, there we go. And now we got walls, we got everything in here, we can now actually texture and it will be super cool. Let's just rename everything. Floor, walls, interior, walls, exterior. And this we can remove. We don't need this anymore, we don't need this either. We have to use the scenery material though. There we go. Alright, so now we can actually texture. It should be easy though. Like we can just reset. And for example, let's use this one for now until we make a new texture. Same for this one. I will do something here. I will align world so we get things correctly. And we are having weird artifacts in the border, but we will fix that later. For now, let's just We set this here too. Flying world. I use the floor one. Alright. And now for both of these, I will move things a single pixel inside the texture. Maybe not even a single picture, just 0.1. And same with the top part. There we go. Time for Doku to go to bed early. Okay, have a fantastic night and rest well, okay? See you around, Wero. Alright, so we got the textures down. We only need to actually make the actual textures because the UV is perfectly laid down. And I am looking forward to this because I will try a different approach. Well, thank you for the follow, Waka Silver. You were here last time, right? Happy that you like what you saw. So welcome, and I hope you continue having fun. Welcome back, buddy. Alright, so let's actually make some textures. Hello, ho! So what I will do, here we got the scenery one, and I will open it with A-Sprite. This will be the first time I use A-Sprite for this type of texture. By the way, go here. Alright. And let me open it. There we go. Alright. So we know that these blocks are 64 by 64. Yeah. So we will make textures of this size. I hope you get better soon, Aqua Silver. And for that effect, for textures, I will go to Pixabay and get photos. Thank you, Silver. And let's check for a stone wall, for example.
Yo molegato, drink some water.
Drinking water. Alright, and you cannot see the web page in browsing, but it is okay, it is nothing too fancy. I like this photo. So I copy and I make a new one and paste. So, okay, so I got this photograph, right? And I have to try and get a square that kind of tiles. But it's going to be harder than expected. Okay, this kind of works, I think. We just have to move some things around, I think. Okay, so let's do some cropping. Where is crop in here? There we go. Alright. And now we will activate the tiling mode, and you see that this doesn't fit at all. So we need to actually transform things until they kind of fit. Something like this. We will kinda fix a few other things by just blurring the hell out of everything. Alright, so this kind of fits in here. And this goes over here. We'll see how this works. Okay, okay. Something like this. I think it kind of works already. Kind of blends.
Intercepted a transmission from Little Norwegians that says this. Halloween is spooky, but what's scarier than any ghoul, ghost, or vampire is back pains. Please remember to unshrimp.
You are absolutely right, and I will unshrimp right now because I am actually feeling the spirit of the shrimp jumping down my back. Alright, I am back from the dead. Alright, so something like this kind of works. We can see the tiling because they are different colors, but it's okay. We will add some modifications. Let's see. Adjustments, hue saturation. We want less saturation, we want this to be grayish. No, we got these too. What is this tool? Contour, blur. There we go. So it kinda hides something. And I just like paste texture whenever they will fit. Kinda, we'll see how this works. Because now what we will do is set the size to 64 by 64. It's not too bad actually. I don't know what the contour tool is. Yeah, it's just feeling, okay, whatever. Wish I had an smudge tool in here. Jumble, oh interesting, I love this. Jumble is perfect, but jumble is what we need. Look at this, this is so good, it just works. Jumble is perfect. Alright, so we got a texture in here. And now that we got it, I will go to Edit, FX, Convolution Matrix, and we got like blur and stuff. Blur hard doesn't look too bad, to be honest. I will look at another thing in here. The peckle, there we go, I love this. I actually love this, but what I will do is copy this and make a new layer and get tiny again. Sorry, I added a group. And I paste it. Okay, come on, new layer. Alright, and in this layer I will use the speckle thing. Okay, and now we can maybe lower the opacity. Or maybe copy and just paste it. I don't know why this is. Okay, I will lock this and use the speckle only on the other, because I think it is affecting both layers. Okay, apply. Okay. So I can lower the opacity in here. There we go. Oh, thank you, Cololis! Thank you so much! Hello everyone! Hello Raiders! Happy to see you here, Cololis! Hope you had a fantastic stream. What were you doing? Hi, hello! Had a good stream? I'm so happy to hear that. I think I will add yet another layer just to paint it like dark blue. Make it a color burn. Something like this. And this looks pretty good already. So if I will merge, I could flatten. And let's see if we have in the FX something to posterize. Edge is fine. It's contour, texturize, marmalize, rock. Very interesting effects in here. But nothing that we can use. Maybe in color mode, more options. Oh, there we go. Okay, but this is not. I don't know where the colors are coming from. I think they are coming from the palette. I don't really like those. I think I will go with this. Okay, so now we got this texture in here. There we go. Fitting neatly. And let's try and use it in the model. Alright, so we got stone walls. Which is not too bad. Now let's make some wooden planks for the floor. And then we can try like making different walls for different sections. Alright, so let's look for wooden planks. Some photograph. This one for example. And now I will create a new one. Oh, it is not. It is getting from the selection. I wish to copy the image. There we go. Alright, so this is our photograph. And we need to pick a square. I think this is good enough. So I don't want it to not tile. So maybe something like this. Like these tiles over here. Yeah, this works. I think this is what we will use. So we grab. And I think we will. Yeah, let's apply the tile mode. Yeah, and it is like not the best. Look, we can jumble. And I will jumble with a slightly bigger brush. There we go, a little bit like this. I don't know, it's not looking real well. I think I will just make it small first. $64 by $64. Thank you, buddy. Alright, and now we can actually like start doing something. I will probably paint these lines myself to make sure they are respected. Something like this. Yeah, I will paint the lines myself. Yeah, this kind of works. I think this is good. I would now like paint a little bit like this to get the shape down so we can the speckle. Yeah, like this. Gotta be careful not to get the other down. Something like this. And now we use the other one. Oh, I kinda miss Metaphor of Fantasio. I had so much fun playing that game. I miss the stupid ass monk chanting theme. This is so stupid and so fun. And I think I will get rid of this border manually. There we go. And paint a little bit like this so we can get a mix. Alright, so now I will copy and paste as a new layer. In this one I will, let me see, I will block the other one. And the speckle. Okay. There we go, and I think this is good. Merge down, and let's make this a little bit more colorized by adding a new layer, and this one is just this brown, and this is like color. And we duplicate this one, and instead of color, maybe it's like color burn. There we go. I think this looks cool. So flatten and paste it in here. We will use this for the floor for now. It's not too bad, although the border is very visible. Let's try and fix that. We won't save this one. Like... Can I shift this? I think I have to manually get the bottom. Alright, so let's just do that. And now we can see the border in here. You thought it said width for a second? Okay, so let's flatten again. And let's try like fixing this a little bit. Maybe in a new layer. So we can like blur the thing. Like do something like this. Maybe. And if we go here, then convolution matrix blur like this, and set this to add addition. Screen maybe. It's not too bad. Still makes things kinda visible though. But if I copy this, paste it over here, and just blur this. This looks a little bit too shiny. Can even remove a few lines so the blur comes back to this. And I think this is the trick. I think now this looks a little bit better. I can now even do this. There we go. So flatten, copy, and paste. There we go. Going back to Blender. Alright, and this is way better. Let's make like a couple more variations of this so we have more variety. And then we can add like a couple columns or something. Alright, so I will look for wow. Old wall, maybe? And I'm checking if there's like anything that strikes my fancy. Maybe some old wallpaper. Thank you, lollies. Hey, what's that? Okay, so let's just look for tiles for the floor instead. Because I'm having a hard time finding something cool and I don't want you to wait too much. Let's see if there is any cool picture from the top. I think this works. So I copy the image and then come here and make a new one. We only want like these 4 tiles.
Intercepted a transmission from Codelilish that says this. If digging for ideas gets too rough, change from a pickaxe to the drill that pierces the heavens.
Oh, you know I love a good Gurren Lagann reference. Okay, so we got this. And I'm going to make it be 2 colors. So let's create a new layer. And I will make this a selection. And I will...
I've got a good joke for you. What kind of shoes do ninjas wear? Sneakers.
Sneakers?
I've got a good joke for you. What did the ocean say to the beach? Nothing. It just waved.
Hey, you told that already, Jan. Okay, so we got like these colors in here. And I will make these be color. Alright. And then duplicate it. And this will be color burn. Something like this.
Yo molegato, drink some water.
Drinking water. You okay, Suna? I think I will just make this small already. But you know, we are here to listen to terrible jokes. It is our price to pay for being here. We will use like this color and make a border myself. There we go. And this border I will now go here, FX, convolution matrix, and we blur, but only a little bit. Now we duplicate, and this one we will blur again. Like this, like real hard. And this one we will set to multiply. Something like this. How do I move this over here? There we go. There we go. Maybe add a little bit more. And this one I will duplicate it. Wait, what? Which one am I using? I don't know. I will just make a new one. Just to have a little bit of extra control. And this one maybe we will paint black.
Yo. Little Norwegians has got something to say. It goes. I am Evil Jam. I am coming to eat you. Just kidding. Happy Halloween.
I am forever traumatized by that game. But it was really cool, like, seriously. Like, I will say it was like second running to win the jam, just because of how the gameplay loop is. Because, you know, it kind of works. It's kind of like a simplified horror game about interacting and moving around. Probably the mines, the weapon was the weakest part, but it was still fun. Okay, so let's go to effects, convolution, and
Intercepted a transmission from Brant_3D that says this. Evil Jam be like, I cleaned up your PC and removed any malware and viruses.
You know what, Jan, you should do that. You should try and do that sometime. It's always 3x3, so I don't know. I will try. Okay, this works. So I will flatten. And maybe now we can depeckle. I think this looks cool. So we can use this for another part of the floor. Alright, so what now? What if we make like this room have this? For example. You know what? Let's go back in here and let's apply the mirror modifier. And all of these I will align with the world so they all got the same orientation. Why is it not working? This is still mirrored. Okay, whatever, I will have to do it manually. There we go. So now I can just move everything and it is correct in all of the sense. There we go. Alright. So let's see. This room, for example, uses this. And then we got this other room, maybe it can use the same texture. And maybe this one, this is smaller too. For example, let's make yet another one so we can have like 3 floors. And also this one is completely wrong. This one should be 3 blocks. There we go. So it kind of repeats, okay. So let's make like a wooden wall and a wooden, or maybe, I don't know, some carpets or something. Yeah, let's go and make another wall or something. Alright. House wall. And maybe we can make like a brick wall. I think that fits. So let's go here, make a new texture. Alright, and let's pick a square in here. Something that tiles. Like this. This doesn't tile correctly. So we need to find somewhere that we can tile the whole texture. I think this works, but it's too different from a square shape. We probably want a bigger one, something like this. So are we tiling everything? I think we are. So let's just crop this. Now this is an interesting texture. Okay, so view, tile mode, buff access. It's not too bad actually. I think we are off to a great start. So let's change the size to 64 by 64. Okay. And I can almost not see a difference. I think this is perfect, to be honest. So I will duplicate this. Add a speckle. And this is pretty cool, but a little bit bland. No, we should have blocked this layer. I don't know why, but the effects apply to all layers. There we go. And we can even set it to lighten or to darken. There we go. I think this looks good and ready. So yeah, let's flatten, and we add it as another texture. Maybe over here, so we have the walls together. Alright, come in here. And let's see, maybe we want this part to be this texture, right? Maybe this room too. And maybe we should also apply the mirroring here, so we can make this room have this texture too. Alright. Or do you know what? No, I think this is fine. We can add yet another variation and we shall be done. Oh, you have a flooring combustion that looks exactly like this. I will just say like similar minds, great minds think alike. Alright, so let's check for yet another thing. Kinda like the other bit texture. I like this one. Alright, so let's make a new one again. And I don't think we will have trouble tiling this one. So let's just crop this. Maybe even smaller. So, something like that. 64 by 64. Yep, working on the third game. And I think this kind of works already, but I will add yet another layer. Just as we did before, and use the speckle thing. There we go, I think this works. And since this was pretty quick, let's make yet another floor texture, and we will have everything. Oh, we got a minigame!
Yo molegato, drink some water.
Drinking game. Drinking water. Oh, what's it saying? Sorry. Number 8. Also, hi Diga, happy to see ya. How you doing? Hi Eel. Let's see, we got Email, Sandra, we got Jam, and we got Dave. And strangely enough, it seems like Jam's gonna win. Could that be possible? Are we assisting to the rare Jam win? There we go! Jam wins! Home field advantage cheat. Oh, I like this one. This will be a fun texture. Okay. So we add this, and I will pick like a very small area. Something like this. Hey! What are we exploding for, Ninja? And now I'm tiny. Am I getting tiny because I am making a small texture? Is that how it works? Alright, these looks are really pretty cool. So I will just make sure that these tiles correctly. And just add like a color to it. So let's see. View, tile mode, dot axis, and it's not too bad. I think it will be okay once we make it 64 by 64. Yeah, it's totally okay. So yeah, let's just make a new layer here, and I'll make this red. I'll set this to color burn. Yeah, something like this. Merge down. And this is like a carpet. I think this is all that we need now. Like we can add columns and everything. We will do that afterwards. Right? So now I'm thinking like I will pick everything so we can edit everything. And I think for example like these two and these four. And maybe these two can be the carpet. Yeah, this kind of works. And we make this room around these walls. Maybe. And this one we got a fix too. There we go. So maybe these few walls they can be this texture. Maybe this one too, like this whole room. So this one can be bricks, and it makes kinda sense. Yeah, I think this works. Oh, hi Copper! Happy to see you! How's it going? Yeah, I think this kinda works. For now at least, I will probably tweak them off camera. Let's just make, you know what, I will get everything in here and just make it bricks. Because I don't think this wall looks well just like this. We can have like columns or something. So yeah, let's do that now. Like I will duplicate this, separate selection. And this one I will make it small like that, bring it like this, maybe something like this. We don't need this face. And we maybe want to add a cut over here. We'll see. Selection to grid. Something like this. Merge by distance. And I think I will duplicate this, make it a little bit bigger, and add something like this. So this looks like a column. Alright, this is what we will do. What a hard day of work behind. Do you know what? Enjoy your time. I hope you have a satisfactory rest time now. Did you know? We work hard all the time. And you know, we really shouldn't, to be honest. I don't think it's natural that we devote, as humans, as much time as we do to be productive. So I will just reset everything. Maybe use this color. Align with worlds, so yeah, we got this. And this works. Alright. And as for this, this can be a single pixel. Out of this for I will reset. Add here again. Just do something like this. And now all of these can come here. Or maybe we will use one of these. Yeah, we will do something like this. And now I will copy this and move this over here. And with this we got a column. And I think we will like add a bunch of those. Yeah, something like this. And maybe even this. And this. And maybe one in the middle of this room and one in the middle of this one. Just to spice things up. And of course we didn't copy the whole thing. We did a terrible job. Sorry everyone. I didn't copy the thing I should have. Alright, now we are doing it correctly. Alright, I think this works. So with this we got like a pool. I will call these columns. There we go. Okay, we got an scenery. We got something to play on. Select Sport, FBX, Haunted House, Units. And if we now come back to Unity, we got this model in here. And we don't want any rig, we don't want animation, and we want to use external materials because we already have the material. Alright, so if I add this over here, oh, this doesn't have the correct size. It should have a scale factor of 5. Alright, right, there we go. So we can get rid of this one and move this one over here. Alright. Now where are our characters? They are in the middle of it. Alright, so what I will do first, I will disable the map so we can see, and let's add the characters. Let's move them to their correct position. I will mark them with a yellow icon so I can see them better. Alright, so we got one over here. We got one over here. Where is it looking for? It should be looking this way. This one should be over here. And this one should be over here. As for the enemy, let's make it start from the center. Something like this. Alright. So now we have to make the path for it. So we go back to activating the map. And I think I will start again with the nodes. We'll just have one of those. Oh, hi X and Aggie. Hello to you both. So I need to thank you for the conversation. Oh, you know, I thank you for participating. Seriously, you and QC made a fantastic job. We are working on a little minigame ourselves now, and I think it's turning out interesting, but we will have to add like a lot of polish to it, I think. Okay, so let me see, I will make this 1 or maybe 5. Yeah, it is 5. I don't know why it is. Yeah, it's because this doesn't have right position. Okay, so right now it is a little weird. Should maybe be to the 5. Alright, so now we will add nodes in the right positions. Why is this so weirdly positioned? Oh yeah, because we didn't position it to the grid. I see now. Well, no issue, we can move everyone to the grid and it should be okay. Alright, so now we got the node. We will be adding nodes for everything where we want people to move. And it's not like before, we had like very little points, but it's still not that many, to be honest. Could be way worse. Right, and this one I think it should be like this. There we go. Patting the Aggie. Alright, so we got all of the nodes, and now comes the kinda boring part where we assign them to each other. So let's see, this node goes to 1 and to 27. Alright, and this one goes to the first one and to the second one.
Yo molegato, drink some water.
Alright, drinking water. Thank you. And this can be a little bit boring, but you know, it's probably the best way to do it without going into complex solutions. It's also like highly performant. For a 9. I think I will even block this so I can add 3, 5, and 29. Alright, and for 5 we only need the 4 and the 6. This only has these two. This one has a few. But hey, as long as we keep doing this, we will finish in no time. What a Vanguard do? Goes to 10 to... This one also goes to 11 and 13. And as you can see, we are already like making a map in here. Like it is already showing a blue line. In fact, if I come here and make this invisible, it is easier to see where everything goes. Alright, so 11 goes to 10 and goes to 12, and we are slowly stitching together a map. And there's ways to do this programmatically too, but you know. One also goes to 8 and 15. This is also kind of relaxing to do. This one goes to 7 and to 18. It goes back, and also this one and this one. Live and learn. And learn. I always say it, but I will forever wonder why doesn't Sega make a Sonic rhythm game with all of the cool songs. Now, this one also needs to go to this one. There we go. We are actually almost done. We are getting things mapped. This one is not correct. It's this one. This one. Hey, I hope it was a good yogurt. Hope you can like slow down a little bit and enjoy a proper meal. Because you really deserve one. This one also, not this one, but this one also goes to the first node. There we go. This one goes here. This goes here. And here. And here. And there we go. We got the map. So now everyone should be able to navigate this. Let's just try. Oh, butter chicken sounds amazing. Alright, ready, set, and go. Oh, and the ghost just got trapped in there. Oh, everyone is going through the walls. That happens because we forgot here in the model setting to generate colliders. If we do this now, everything in here will have colliders. We probably want to disable something, I don't know, maybe it works like this. We'll see. Okay, ready, set, and go. And everyone is navigating this mansion. The ghost is having a little bit of trouble. There we go. And the ghost is like not very good at going through a complex map. As you can see, they kinda become stationary things. Oh, and okay, this is unexpected. Okay, so like this kinda works, but it needs it needs a lot of fine tuning. First off, I will make the camera be a little bit further away. And let's see. Maybe it goes higher, a little bit more on the seaside. Something like this, maybe. Let's try again. Okay, so this is a better camera for the gameplay. We get a better view of everything that's going on. I'm thinking I will make the ghost like go through walls because it's fitting and because it looks like shit if they just stay there. And yeah. So let's go back to the code, and when we are moving, oh, the ghost doesn't really have a booty to shake because of the shader. But the one that should be shaking the booty should be the winner, the only one that doesn't get converted into a ghost. So what we'll do now, let me see, let me think. When we move, instead of doing this, or let me check actually the setting, because maybe we can make the character collider ignore walls. Yeah, here we should be able to exclude default, and that will work. Let's see if we can do that programmatically. So when we start with the enemies, cv.cc.exclude layers. And this is a layer mask, right? Yeah. Name to layer default. Alright, so now the initial ghost will do this, and when we transform a character into a ghost, we should be able to do this. There we go. So now ghosts should go through walls. Okay, let's try this again and let's see how the acceleration works with these new settings. Okay, ready, set, go. And it's not working at all. I don't know why. Hey Boxy, you are a ghost. Tell me, are you ignoring layers? You are not ignoring layers. If I set it here, you actually do this. Okay, so the code for some reason is not actually doing this. So we should do it in a different way. Get mask, yeah, this is what we want. This is what we want. The get mask method. We will use it at the beginning too. There we go. Now it should work. Okay, ready, set, and go. And we are seeing how it works already. We got two ghosts now. And they are kinda going together. Okay, so, okay, it is kinda good, but now the ghosts are going through each other. So what I will do is get all of these and in the layers add a new one, call this characters.
Yo. Little Norwegians has got something to say. It goes. GGG ghosts.
Ghost? That's a new way to start it. And I will change these to characters. Yeah, children. And make sure that the camera can see it. It sees everything, okay. So now even when ghosts can ignore the wall, they will not ignore each other. So they will not like transpose each other, they will just come together as a group. Okay? And it works, it works. Okay. When the girls of Path of Exile. GG Ghost. Okay, no, I'm thinking what can I do to make this a little bit more interesting, because I want the ghost to not home in like crazy, like that. I want them to flail a little bit longer, like being rather skitty. So I'm thinking, and when moving, let's go to the movement options. And instead of doing this whole thing, I will like really slowly turn. Like we got the turning speed, so we will change the turning speed to like 45 or something. And maybe the movement speed can be higher, can be like 10, so they go fast and have trouble turning around. Okay, let's see. Yeah, there we go. This is more like it. Lani is kinda struggling trying to catch someone, and there we go, we got 2 goes. Alright, so now that the movement feels right, we need to make sure that whenever they hit each other, instead of just going off the opposite direction, we need to make them really go fast in the opposite direction. So we will multiply this. Or you know what? We have the move vector. So we will do move vector.x. Actually, move vector.normalize, and we will make it go like fast, like 10 in the opposite direction. Like this. There we go. Hey, that's a smack mat. Okay, trying again. Next thing I want to do after this works is adding like a few animations. I want the ghost to float around instead of just running. And maybe I wanted to have a trail. And there we go, they are like struggling. And they kinda bounce off. And they are like haunting the place. I think this looks cool. And the Queen wins. Alright, the picture camera is pretty good as it is, but I think because sometimes it will just go and show the wall. Maybe it shouldn't be as far, like maybe just 3. And maybe have like a bigger click length, 0.5. Alright, so let's now work on animations. Maybe let's make a cool ghost floaty animation for the ghost. And then we can see about another for when a character dies. Instead of just transforming, they can like fall over and then after a second a ghost spawns. So yeah, let's do that. Let's go here to models and open the community one. Alright, and why is it not showing here? Sprite, Blender. Oh, it's because we got 2 windows. I see. Closing this one. There we go. Alright. So we have like a big amount of characters in here. I will like out of these hide, set for the base, anti-armature, and let's go to animation. Okay. So let's create a new animation and call it Ghost. And I think the first thing we gotta do is make the legs go like this. Even though they should probably not be visible, but there we go, something like this. And then the hands go like this. They kinda go like this. Okay, so this is like a very basic pose. We want to maybe have the hands be in a different position. Maybe the head goes a little bit like this. Maybe something like this, yeah. And we will make it like 16 frames. Because then in frame 9 we can just like do the opposite. And it kinda works already, but we want this to float a little bit. So maybe here it goes a little bit up. Let's make it cyclic. I don't really like this. I don't think so. I think we need something else to make it floaty. Maybe we can just use this. So yeah, something like this maybe. You are really making good use of those. I think I will make everything way lower, this lower. We make it cyclic. And we maybe want the head to do something freaky. Let's see how long this takes. Not too much, okay. So we will duplicate this. And over here, we will like jerk the head violently. Then maybe rotate it like this. Something like this. Let's see how this looks. Yeah, it's not bad. I think probably we can move this over here and just like duplicate a few of those over here too. There we go. Oh, you're gonna play Spooky's House of Jump Scares? That's a fun one. I hope you have fun. Have a fantastic day, okay? See you around, huh? Hope to see what you think of the game later on. Alright, I think this is starting to go somewhere. I'm thinking maybe the arms should be out of sync with the rest of the body. So maybe like remove this over here. Yeah, I think this works. And now this one is just moving over here. Maybe when it's moving up, should do something like this. And here that is going up, the skin that goes like this. There we go. Now this is a very ghostly animation. Okay, so we go back to the pose and we'll export the FBX. There we go. Okay, so back in Unity, we want to make sure that we got the animation for this. And this should be ghost. Getting rid of this, making it loop, flying it, and we have to add it to the animator. Oh, you know what? Sooner like even more reason to let me know, because I have seen a lot of the original one, but not the HD renovation. Okay, so we got the ghost animation. We will copy the name because now we want in code to tell the characters to use this animation. Alright. So here when creating the enemy, we just tell it to play the ghost animation, and I will look this to find the other line in which we need to do this. And we do this. Alright. So now the ghosts will have their own animation rather than the default running one. But let's see it, just because I want to see things unfold. Ready, set, and go. Oh, and it is pretty cool. And they win. Okay. Sometimes it's a very short run, so let's just do something else. Now let's just make an animation for the characters to fall over when they die, and we'll see how do we time how to transform the character into a ghost. So let's start with the idle animation, copy it, Girl and die. There we go. So we will very quickly, in just 5 frames, make the character like T-pose, jump on in the air, do something like this, get the arms in the air, something like this. And we will, for this one, disable the extrapolation mode. We don't want it to be cyclic. We want this to be a loop. For a few times. Hey, how come this is not? Okay. I don't know why it wasn't working. So there you go, like, wow! And then, well, maybe not as much. And also this kinda goes like this and then back to normal. And then after a bit, we just do this. And then it just, like, they fall over. Plonk. And I will just, like, reset this. There we go. Okay, but this needs to go over like this. Okay, and this also. There we go. This can be a little bit longer because I want it to be like interpolation, bones. There we go. So this is our animation when they get scared. And I think it's pretty good. I will make it a little bit longer. And just move this over here. I think this is so funny. I think it's a funny animation. Like, look at this in the side. Donk. I think it's great. Okay, so we will export the FBX again. So we get access to this new animation. And this is scared and died. And this doesn't make a loop, this just plays once. We'll copy the name. We'll add it in here. There we go. Okay, so what we'll do is, instead of doing the whole turning into a ghost thing in here, we will call a coroutine. And this is character to ghost, and we will pass the character, and we will you know what, now we will pass the index simply. There we go. Alright. So I will add an Astesta in here and just make a coroutine. Alright. So now we will pass this one. We will remove this, and we will get all of this. We get it. Okay, thank you, Dave. Alright, so we got this now, and what we want to do first is save the character. Okay. So first thing, we stop moving. Then we play the animation. And let's copy the name of the animation again, because it was a pretty long one. Alright. So this is for stopping the character. Now we want to remove this character from the list. Now I think yeah, this is the point that we want to remove it, just so the ghosts don't get confused and they start attacking other people right now. No, we wait for like a second. Maybe 2 seconds, maybe even 3. And then let's say wait for animation. And then we turn the character into a ghost. We added 2 enemies. And here we cannot do this because we already have removed this. So what we'll do is save it. In here, so we can keep working. So we remove this. We change the material and play the animation. And we finish the game if there is only one character. So what we'll do now too is that if we only have one character, all of the enemies should like just disappear. At this point, I think. Before we wait. So we have this condition. We just set the game object to not be active. And now we only transform the character into a ghost if there is like more than one character. There we go. Do you have favorite horror setting, movies, games, or otherwise? Well, I don't have like very super specific tastes, but there is one super broad thing. I don't like slashers, I don't like stories about murderers. I like the supernatural, I like ghosts, I like the things that you don't know if they are real or are a figment of the imagination, the things that cannot be explained. Out of that. But, ooh, a scary guy has a weapon. I don't like that. That's, I don't know. That's a little bit boring for my tastes. Alright, so let's see how this works. Also, you come here. Okay, and let's test this thing. Let's see if the animations play, let's see if the coroutine works as intended. Thank you for the following. I don't really like your username. You know what, let's see if there is a way for me to ban you. I know it could be like a... Let me check. I don't know how to do this. You know what, I will just make a note and I will do that later because I don't know how to do this. Because, you know, I understand it could be some sort of a sarcasm thing, like, oh, Zionists need to be depressed, but if you are yourself identifying as a Zionist, I don't want you in here. There we go. Like, let me be clear. Okay, let's get just chatting for 1 second. Okay, and I will zoom in even. Okay, so there is like a very important thing going on right now, and I know I don't talk about politics all too often, but there's people dying because humans are piece of garbage, and because there's people whose greed just goes beyond any kind of empathy. If your position is any other than no country should be genociding other country, if you have any other kind of position on this, you are not welcome. I said. There we go. Seriously, like I swear, I shouldn't need to do this. I shouldn't need to say this. People deserve to live everywhere in the world. Okay, the animations are playing. They are kinda cool. We just need like a spawn animation for the ghost, I think. That's all we need. And then we'll be probably done. So let's do that. Let's go back in here. And we will like copy everything. Get the ghost animation and duplicate it. Post spawn. Okay. We got both of them. Remove everything in the middle and paste the death one in here. Maybe there we go. And maybe when we are in here the head just goes back and then it kinda jerks forward a little bit. And the torso comes first, and the head comes after. There we go. I think this looks nice. Whoop. And it gets up. I think this is cool. We don't need to make it too long, I think. I think this is the perfect length. Because it will start moving as soon as it transforms. So yeah, let's export again. Exporting. Alright, and now we come in here. And we add the new animation. Ghost spot. And this one doesn't have a loop either, this just plays once. And what we'll do is getting the ghost over here and add the ghost spawn one and just make it transition here. And I think this works. Alright. So now when we transform a character into a ghost, we play this one instead. And I think probably like the only last thing we need is like some particles on the ghost, maybe when someone dies. I don't know. Other than that, it's just like tweaks to the scenery. Alright, so let's see how this works. Oh, it's going to be a massacre. They both die, and whoa, it was too quick to see the animations. Let's just try again. Cheerful places that are spookified. Oh, I love that. Okay. And they spawn as a ghost. And something went wrong. Okay, let's see what went wrong and what we can fix. Whoops, I hit play instead of closing it. Let's actually check because I lost the error message. Ready, set, go. And we got a spooky body in here. trying your best. And good boxing. And the animation is so good, it works. Okay, but we have the little problem in here. Let's see. Something is out of index and it's because we are adding this that we don't have anymore. We should be adding CB instead. That's why we made this. Okay, easy fix. I remember very vaguely a horror movie I saw when I was a teenager. Like there were a group of generic young people that wanted to record a haunted hospital. You know what, I should make this big so we can see it better. And as soon as they got to the basement, like the whole thing shifted. And I really liked that one when I was a young gun. There we go, I think this works. One thing I would like to add, and I will do this like some other time, not today, is changing everyone's animation, everyone's walking animation to be like spooked off with a flashlight on their hand. That will be so cool. But for now this works. I think we did a fantastic job in here. I will make like a very simple particle system so the ghost can you know what, this should play maximize so we can see better. So we can like see the ghost leaving behind a trail. So let's see. We are over here and we should activate. Why is this not visible? Oh yeah, because of the animation. I see. Gotta fix that. T-pose, save, and export. Because we want the default animation to be T-pose. Why is it not updated? There we go. Alright. So let's create an empty. And this is inside here. 0. Alright. And this will be ghost effects. We will add a light, a point light, and this will be an important one. And what's the range? Why is it not affecting the scenery? It's because it's because the material for this is unlit, right? Yeah. So let's duplicate the material, and this is scenery, material, lit. And this will be just a standard shader with no smoothness to it. And we'll apply to all of this. Alright. Now all this directional light should be like blue and spooky, like this. And the lining should be like darker. This is the shadows, this is the color, okay. Lesser ambient color, this light should be very less effective, there we go. Okay, I think this looks cool. Maybe the ambient light could be a little bit higher, I think. because we actually want to be able to see what's happening. Alright, so now we got this point light in here. And it should be like teal. Or maybe like very intense. Like this, so we can see where the ghost is. And also let's add some particles. This should be a sphere. Go over here maybe. Maybe just one lifetime, 0 speed. And a gravity modifier of 0.25, so it falls, so maybe 0.1. There we go. What's at the old but not the glossy Dracula movie? Hilarious how every time Dracula does something cool, it happens off screen. Oh, but you know, that's like pretty normal. Especially when you cannot like go for super cool special effects. Alright, so this is like cool little things, but we want it to be like just a white square, I think. Or maybe a star. A star is cool. We already have stars. They should just be way smaller though. Now have a random rotation. And they should be teal. And also I am going to use this curve in here for the size. And I will make sure that they simulate in world. That way, when the character moves, they will leave behind a trail. And I will set it to only 5 and also have a 5 in distance. Wait, the more it moves, the more stars it leaves. Maybe just 3. Yeah, this works. Even just 2. Alright. So ghosts can do this. Now I will deactivate this effect. And now we can code it to be added to all ghosts. We get the game object in here, and we're creating the initial ghost. We instantiate this one. We set the parent as cv.transform. And reset the rotation and the position. Alright. And now we will do this when we turn a character into a ghost too. Alright, so ghosts should have a particle now. And if this works, I think we can actually finish for today. Because it's been a really long stream. Okay, ready, set, go. And we are... we always do the same thing. I always forget to come here and assign this. Also, another thing I will do is, when we do this, we activate the effect, because I forgot to do that. And it's important that we do this. Okay. So now it should work. I think I'm going to make this a little bit brighter until we have the flashlights, just so we can see a little bit better what's going on. And let's try again. Alright, ready, set, and go. And everyone's going around. The ghost looks like a ghost. With a strong light, it makes a cool effect when we are near the walls. I think it's a very interesting look. Oh no, Jam is dead. Such an interesting thing unfold. And back to wins. Okay, I think we did a fantastic job with this, like seriously. Do you know what we'll do as a last thing? Well, no, I will do that tomorrow. I was thinking about adding this to the wheel. We shouldn't take too long, but we need to actually make the icon for it. So whatever, I'll just do it tomorrow. They never saw it coming, exactly. So yeah. I hope you are happy with the result from today. And for the fact that I'm getting cooked. Hi, Faber. Hi! I will not turn into a ghost. You really have a lot of points saved up, Faber. Let me just... do this. And I think we can be proud of today's work. Oh, thank you, Faber. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that work. So yeah, let's just move for a second to the just chatting scene, and let's see if we can raid someone. If Jam doesn't get in the middle, let's see who's online today. Maybe someone we haven't raided in a long while. Oh, Relly is on today. Maybe let's go with Relly. Catacombs. Thank you, QC. And seriously, again, I will remind everyone, like, this game here, Abandonware, is the winner from the Spoopy Pewter Game Jam, and seriously, I can't wait to see what comes of it. Seriously, I love it. For now, let's just start a raid. And everyone, say hi to Relly, be nice, have fun, and see you in a bit, okay? Bye!